Hello and welcome to another video. This video was inspired by another video that I saw featuring Dunzy's Guitar World. In fact, he posted on Facebook about a bargain to be had at Bax Music. So Bax Music is back online, a new owner apparently, and this item was heavily discounted. And I've always wanted one of these, and I had a guitar to put it on. So it is a Certano T-Bender. Check out that. This is a seriously well-made quality unit. And what it does is it emulates the old B-Bender with additional G that you used to find on Telecasters made by Parsons White, which involved routing out the entire back of the guitar. So this one is extremely well made. I think it's distributed by All Parts, and I found it on Bax Music in the UK for a very good price, and it's a super solid unit. So it comes as a kit with the bridge plate, this entire plate with saddles, and with the built-in bender mechanism, which all you need to do with is to string normally, except not through the body. So there's two ferrules here which haven't got strings in them. They actually get populated through the back and pinned on little posts at the back of the bridge. So when you push a lever down, it bends the string. Now, easy, you might say, right? And you can hear all sorts of videos online, and people are playing this incredible music with these things. Not so easy in practice, however. So fitting the thing is relatively easy. So all you need to do is to take the original bridge plate off. Best if you have an original Fender with imperial screw threads, because that means it's easy to fit. And all you need to do is to take off the 4 screws mounting the plate on off your old bridge, take the strings off obviously, and then unscrew the 3 pickup height adjusters and separate the pickup from the bridge plate mechanism, and then reinstall using the 4 screws that Certano supply, and bolt it back together, readjust the pickup height. And one thing that the Certano website doesn't go into is the rather tedious resetting of the saddles for intonation and radius. So I've got a series of radius gauges. This guitar, made by SC Relics, now known as Golden Era Guitars. Scott at Golden Era makes fantastic aged bodies, and this was one of his early creations in shell pink. It was a complete guitar when I bought it from him, and it had a Fender bridge plate on it, so I just removed that, screwed this on, real easy, fitted perfectly, and restrung and set about to the adjustment of the Goto style compensated saddles that you get with this unit. It's a fantastically quality unit. It's got Certano. Don't know if you can see that. Just behind the pickup. So you've got to do a wee bit of resetting up of your guitar. It's totally reversible. I could take this off and put the original Fender bridge plate back on again without any adjusting, because I've already set the saddle, intonation and height for the correct radius. And the radius of this is 9.5 inches, not 7.25. So there's adjustments on this unit for the overall height of the levers. Now I've had to set this at a maximum height because I want the most break angle over these bridges. What I found was that the sound was slightly dull if I set these any lower, because what it does is pulls the pin up, so there's less of an angle across the bridge. So I've decked this mechanism so at rest it's almost touching the back of the guitar and the body, and that gives the best break angle. And I'm just going to get used to the height of the levers. And then you've got a securing bolt for the lever itself, And this middle one is the most important. And you can actually adjust these by hand. For quite a while I was getting the tool out and adjusting it to adjust the pitch of the bend. But you don't have to, you just can tweak with your fingers. It's rock solid. I mean, I've had this overnight in a case and taken it out again. It's perfectly in tune for the interval. And all you need to do is to tune like a TP6 tailpiece almost that Gibson produced. Just tune the interval. So you can go up full tone, half tone, or a microtone if you happen to be into Arabic music. Now I've toyed about with the intervals that this thing is set up for, and I've chosen it initially semitone on the G and a full tone on the B. Now this is going to suit different keys in different ways, but you can tune on the fly. And I've discovered that like everything, when you hear videos online, you think, that can't be so difficult. And it is. I bought a banjo one time, and it lasted about a week. I thought, a 5-string banjo can't be that difficult. It's like, it's absolutely impossible. And you could spend a lifetime mastering that kind of instrument. And this, I guess, is the same. You've got to be very mindful of the key you're in and the notes that you're playing and the suitable note, because it's all very easy just to sort of either treat this thing as a tremolo bar, because as guitarists we're so used to whammy bars and so forth and wiggling them up and down. This doesn't work like this. This is not a whammy bar, right? There are only 2 notes you can go to. That's the original note and the interval above. And you just have to always bear that in mind, because a whammy bar you tend to wiggle. And this one you don't wiggle, you go straight to the note. Maybe you can change the rate at which you go, but essentially it's toggling between 2 states. Now I'm still getting used to this thing. So as I say, I've set up the intervals for half step on the G, full step on the B, and you can use a tuner. So I've got a tuner up here, clip-on tuner, that I can check the interval that I'm tuning to. So this is the B string. And the G string. So you can hear on a suspended E. And on the B. And you can check the tuning with a tuner. Or you can do both. See, I didn't quite get that bend. It's just meant to go straight down. So the height, of the arms, would make it easier to get to the pitch quickly. But as long as you're firm and determined in actually pushing the string down, you can get there anyway at any height. I found the tuning stability to be very good. It's easy to fit, and if you want a challenge, try one of these Certano things. Now, obviously, I'm not sponsored. I'm just doing this for the fun of it, and I had a spare Telecaster to try this on, and it's non-invasive, no extra screws to be fitted, and it's quite fun to play around with. So I'd like to hear some sound demos. So anyway, enough of that. It's quite difficult to use actually. You need to practice positioning it in your playing and remembering the intervals that you're going to. You have to set this thing up for a particular song or a particular key. I've noticed that having the G as a semitone suits kind of E chord formations, you know, the typical sort of bar chord, because you can easily go a step up to a suspended. That's quite handy. But any other key, and you can futz around with the intervals. You can make them both full tones, for example, or both semitones, or any combination thereof. Probably wouldn't go higher than a full tone though. It takes a lot of getting used to, in terms of where you put your hand, how you incorporate it into the playing, the pressure that you use to push on the levers. And some people make them sound absolutely fantastic. And with a lot of practice, I'm hoping to make this sound half decent. So apologies for the ham-fisted playing. I've recorded about an hour's worth of me noodling, and I'm going to try and drag out something salvageable. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.